Hello and welcome to Native Yoga Center. My name is Todd McLaughlin, and today this video is Ashtanga Yoga for beginners, step by step. I want to point out a couple of the key details of the Ashtanga Yoga practice. So if you are new to Ashtanga Yoga, some of these fundamentals, if you get the gist early in the game, early in the beginning of your Ashtanga Yoga practice, this will serve you so good as you move down the track. Check out my new course I have. It's totally free. It's called 8 in 8. Learn Ashtanga Yoga or learn 8-limb yoga in 8 days. Description in the link. Click it and join. All right, the first thing I want to point out is our ability to practice what is called vinyasa. Vinyasa is breath, movement, synchronicity. So the idea is that we create movement while we breathe, and the breath is moving exactly with the movement. So the first pose one of the poses that we utilize in the fundamentals of Ashtanga Yoga is called triangle and twisting triangle. So the direction is Yekum inhale. So the idea is that I want to go from Samastitihi to this position here. As I breathe in, I want you to try to step and inhale at the same time. Inhale. And so what we're attempting to do is take the inhale breath and just do this movement where we turn on the foot, we open the leg and the arms, and we're going to coordinate the breath with the movement. So watch how I'm just kind of do it sloppily. Okay, now I'm going to do it where I really breathe in slowly, and I'm going to move with the breath as I create the step. Samastitihi, his position here. And I'm going to exhale. I'm beginning to inhale. So we reach the zenith of the movement when we reach the zenith of the inhalation, the end of the inhalation. So if this position here is where I'm expanding out as far as I can through my arms, I have my feet set, stable, legs nice and strong. I'm going to attempt, this is where I want to go to. I'll call this point B. And where we're starting here is point A. So I want to go from A to B. And when I leave A, I'm going to start inhaling. And at the end of my inhale, I'm going to get to the final destination of part B. Watch again. Inhale. And so as I'm getting closer to the end of my breath, I'm going to really expand out. And this is called vinyasa. And the Ashtanga Yoga method is really based on, this is one of the key core techniques of Ashtanga Yoga. Remember, check out my free course, and I take you through the Sun Salutation A and the Sun Salutation B, through the fundamental asanas, and then to a finishing series. And I map all of that out in detail for you to make it really easy. But the essence, what I want you to try to get a hold of in relation to the essence of the practice, is this attempt to coordinate our breath with the movement. Now, if you're brand new to Ashtanga Yoga, this is really all I think you need to work on in the beginning. It's just starting to focus on practicing this idea of inhaling and coming all the way to this position, because the next position is to exhale, to turn the right foot, to come down and bring the hand on the leg. As a beginner, you might need to hold extended triangle, Utthita Trikonasana here. The idea is that over time, you're going to bring your hand down the leg. Now, there is the full position, which is to grab a hold of the big toe and expand up. But if you have to bend the knee to reach your toe, I recommend don't bend the knee. Take your hand down as far as you're able on your leg. Keep the front leg straight. Keep both legs straight, actually. And as soon as your knee starts to feel like it has to bend to go any lower, then don't go any lower. And now focus on the utthita, which means extending. And here we're trying to take the arms apart, much like we're doing when we go from point A to point B. We're working this utthita idea where this expression of extension or extended or extending out through the body, through the limbs. And in this case, we can really work the arm expansion across. So why I want to bring this up is because a lot of times as beginners, we're overly interested in trying to perfect what we think is perfect, the shape of the pose, and we completely ignore the vinyasa and the breath. And so I believe that if you can get your attention on your breath and get your breath coordinated with your movement really, really well, then you won't overexert yourself. You won't hurt yourself. You're going to be able to take the pose slowly and gradually and really steep in the culture of the Ashtanga Yoga practice, because you can bring your mind into what you're doing so you can become very focused. And this is part of why we are practicing yoga to begin with, is to be able to develop more concentration and focus. So now we're going to make just two breaths. And when I say a breath, I'm actually referencing one, the inhale, and two, the exhale. So one breath really is, one complete breath is inhale, exhale. Now the technique of breath, this is another really important part that I do want to talk about. The main thing, mouth closed, breathe through your nose. In the beginning, just focus on breathing through your nose. This might take all of your attention, because a lot of what we see is what I see a lot is that people here in the room, they're practicing here in the room, they hear everybody doing this Ujjayi breath. I'm going to get close to the microphone so you can kind of hear the breath. So what I'm doing is I'm just squeezing the back of my throat. Now, one of the easiest ways to learn how to do this is if I imagine or you imagine, you put your hand out in front of you, that your hand is a mirror. And I'm going to go, I'm trying to fog the mirror. So what happens is when you make a sound, all that is your throat is squeezing. Your mouth is open wide, so it's not like that's making the sound. This is me breathing through my mouth with my throat open. What we want to do is open the mouth and go like you're trying to blow steam, hot air on the mirror. Now, what happens if I go and I close my mouth mid-ha, listen, that's mouth is closed and the throat is squeezing a little bit. It's called your epiglottis. It's a little flap in the back of the throat that prevents water going down your windpipe. And so when you squeeze the epiglottis, you just tighten a little bit. And this is how you're able to direct the speed of flow air in through your nose down into your lungs. This is really important. I think practice your Ujjayi breathing. Ujjayi is victorious breathing. Sometimes it's called breathing with sound. And we want to start to now blend the Ujjayi breath with the movement. And I know this probably sounds really advanced. You thought I clicked on this video because it says Ashtanga Yoga beginners step by step. And so I really want to just take this time to share this with you, because I feel like it's extremely beneficial to really hone in on the technique of what we're trying to do. That way you don't have to worry about doing all these complicated poses further down the track in the beginning. What we want to do is we'll start with Surya Namaskara A. This is another good representation of it. We inhale as the arms go up, and then we exhale as the body folds down. So this is a very simple movement that you can practice over and over and over again. We don't even have to take the entire Surya Namaskara A, Sun Salutation A. We don't have to take the entire Surya Namaskara A and even learn that at the beginning. What we can do is break it down step by step, really slow here, so that we just focus on inhale, exhale. Come back up. Inhale. Exhale, arms down. This is a really wonderful yoga practice. You can make this practice your practice for today. That really simple movement. Watch what I'm doing. All I'm going to do is inhale, arms up, exhale, fold, inhale, come up, exhale, arms down. So we're really taking 2 full breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Watch again. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. And I just wanted to keep breathing while I'm doing it so you can hear the breath more versus me telling you exactly what to do. Let me come back to triangle. Watch how triangle is set up. Very similar. Remember, we're going to go from A to B. Inhale. Exhale. And now we're going to hold the pose and focus on breathing. Inhale and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I'm going to try to inhale as I come up. And now I'm going to exhale, going to the left. And I'm going to hold for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to inhale and come up. And I'm just going to exhale and stop here. So you can see that here, all I'm showing you is one posture, Utthita Trikonasana. But I'm really wanting to show you the step-by-step method of how to go into Utthita Trikonasana, how to transition from the right side over to the left side, and in essence, how to Ujjayi breathe and how to bring your attention and movement to the breath. This way, you can take your emphasis off on, I've got to get to the finish line. And you can put your emphasis on, I'm already in the finish line because I'm in the moment, breathing and feeling everything I'm doing. This is huge. And I've only, I can't tell you how huge this is. Because if you've always strived for the finish line, you'll do that for so long before all of a sudden you realize how precious the breath and the movement really is. As a beginner, if I can impart that on you in the beginning, I just think this is going to be so important for your future success with the Ashtanga Yoga practice. So I hope this helps. Check out my free course, 8 and 8, Learn 8 Limbs in 8 days. It's in the description. Click on it. Just scroll down. You'll see it. Click on it. Put your email in. I send you the free code. You go, you sign up on our platform called nativeyogaonline.com. And then you just put the code in there. It's totally free. No credit card required. It's a no-brainer. You go in, and then I break all this down for you. The Sun Salute A, the Sun Salute B, this fundamental asanas to get the ball rolling for you. But today I just wanted to point out some of the nitty-gritty details that I think are really important to learn. All right. I hope this helps. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next video.